The movie begins with a young girl named Ova, gazing at herself in the mirror while wearing her wedding dress. Suddenly, she pauses her makeup application and listens intently to the news broadcast in the background, announcing that the death penalty is being abolished in the Turkish constitution. It further reveals that the last execution took place in 1984. Intrigued by this news, Ova opens the drawer of her dressing table and examines a metallic cigarette box. The scene then transitions to the year 1983, when Ova is a child. She receives praise from her teacher, Mine, for her good work at school. After class, Ova hurries to meet her father, Memo, who is an autistic patient with childlike behavior. Ova's classmates mock him, but Mine intervenes and stops them. On their way home, Ova spots a red Hades bag in a shop and asks her father to buy it for her. Unfortunately, Memo realizes that he doesn't have enough money, but he promises Ova that he will get the bag for her soon. Later, while Memo tends to his cattle, Ova asks her grandmother, Nen, why her father is different from others. Nen explains that Memo has a childlike mind within him and advises Ova to be cautious of those who make fun of him. The next morning, Nen and Memo prepare a basket of sweet apples to sell at a parade taking place that day. Nen discusses the Hades bag with Memo and emphasizes their goal of selling as many apples as possible to acquire the bag for Ova. Meanwhile, at the market where the parade is happening, army generals exchange greetings, and another group marches toward the location. One of the army officers pretends to tie his shoelaces and sneaks away while the group moves forward. Soon after, the parade begins, and Ova eagerly participates. Memo starts selling his popsicle apples and earns enough money to purchase the bag for Ova. However, upon finishing the parade, Memo and Ova rush to the shop only to discover that the bag has already been sold to Saja, the daughter of an army general. As the bag was the last one in stock, Memo pleads with the general, Aiden, to give it to his daughter, but he is met with a slap when attempting to take it from Saja's possession. In the subsequent scene, Aiden enjoys a picnic with his family and friends near a lake, while Memo watches over his sheep. Saja, carrying the same backpack, encounters Memo and requests him to follow her to the riverbank's rocks. Saja climbs atop a large rock, and Memo, realizing the danger, tries to stop her. Unfortunately, Saja slips, hits her head on a rock, and falls into the river. Witnessing this, Memo jumps into the water in an attempt to save her. At the picnic, Saja's mother becomes aware of her daughter's absence and inquires about her whereabouts. The other kids inform her that they saw Saja playing with Memo. Aiden overhears this and decides to search for his daughter. Meanwhile, Memo brings Saja out of the water, but tragically, she has already succumbed to her injuries. Just then, Aiden and his group arrive at the scene and apprehend Memo, presuming him responsible for Saja's death. Subsequently, Memo is taken to the police station, where he is mercilessly beaten until he confesses to the crime. Aiden privately confronts Memo and continues to unleash his anger by assaulting him. Meanwhile, Nen and Ova arrive outside the police station, where they are informed that Memo has been arrested for killing a little girl. Nen attempts to convince the officers of Memo's as the boat sails away. Ova reflects on the events that unfolded and the sacrifices made for her and her father's freedom. She feels a mixture of gratitude and sadness, knowing that the road ahead will be challenging without her beloved grandmother, Nen. However, she finds solace in the memories she shared with her father and the newfound understanding of the importance of family. Ova and Memo arrive in a foreign land, seeking a fresh start and hoping to leave behind the painful memories of the past. They face numerous obstacles as they try to adapt to their new surroundings, but their bond remains strong. Memo, despite the hardships he has endured, remains a loving and protective father to Ova, guiding her through the challenges they face. Over the years, Ova grows into a strong and resilient young woman. She excels academically, driven by a desire to make her father proud. Through her determination and hard work, she earns a scholarship to a prestigious university, where she studies law, determined to fight for justice and make a difference in the world. During her studies, Ova becomes passionate about advocating for the rights of the wrongfully accused and fighting against injustice. She joins human rights organizations, dedicating her life to ensuring that no one else suffers the same fate as her father. Ova becomes a renowned lawyer, known for taking on challenging cases and successfully overturning wrongful convictions. In the midst of her professional success, Ova never forgets the sacrifice made by Yusuf, the prisoner who gave his life to save her father. She establishes a foundation in his honor, dedicated to providing legal aid and support to innocent individuals facing unjust convictions. The movie concludes with Ova, now a respected lawyer, looking at the metal cigarette box given to her by Nail and Farak. It serves as a constant reminder of the courage, sacrifice, and resilience she witnessed throughout her journey. With tears in her eyes, she whispers a heartfelt thank you to all those who stood by her and helped her father find justice. As the credits roll, a message appears on the screen, urging viewers to support organizations fighting for criminal justice reform and advocating for the rights of the wrongfully accused. The movie's powerful story serves as a reminder of the importance of compassion, empathy, and the pursuit of truth and justice in an imperfect world.